Welcome back. You're watching our special presentation of the Gadgets and Gizmos show on Headlines Today. Now, before going into the break, we showcased some of the most amazing technologies, gadgets and gizmos that have wooed us for the past 67 years. But wait, there are some more left. The Indian people were introduced to 3D in 1998 with the release of Chhota Chetan. But shortly after that, the technology fell out of favor. But now it's back, and this time it's a very different beast. Forget about 3D films, we are talking about scanners, printers, state-of-the-art digital projects. 3D technology is revolutionizing the way we view the world, and it seems this time it is here to stay. The iPhone of the 90s, the Palm Pilot, was the most popular personal organizer for business people and allowed them to store all their contacts and data in one simple device. Not many people know they existed back then, but those who did had to have them. The digital camera meant that people no longer had to replace the film in their cameras or to get photos developed. These were bulky when they first came out, and anyone who had them at home found their living rooms transformed into a home theater with its own crowd. The DVD player, for once and for all, made the VHS format obsolete. Costing more than 50,000 rupees with a Pentium 3 processor on it, Pisario came in various colors and with inbuilt speakers running Windows 98. What a beauty that machine was. Nokia 3310 was one phone everyone was in love with. A phone that was bulletproof and gave you the option of group messaging was a revelation for all. 3310 was also famous for the most popular game ever on a mobile phone, Snake. God, we loved that game. Arguably one of the best Windows operating system, Windows 95 was so much fun. With softwares like Paint and Solitaire, the personal computer was never the same. The personal computer just went mobile. When laptops came to India in the late 90s, computing became portable. They were expensive and were not as good as modern day ultrabooks, but you saw anyone with a laptop during those times and you just knew that the guy was a big shot. Well, these were life loggers in a digital format that could store phone numbers, work as calculators, and could store notes for you and double up as an alarm clock. The first mainstream optical mouse earned its place on our list by eliminating one of the computer technology's most pervasive annoyances, the accumulation of gunk inside mechanical mouse. And that was the death of mechanical mouse. Now, weren't these the best things to have along with your PC? Web cameras just changed the way we communicated, and Skype was something that everyone used to communicate long distances. Video calling was finally here in India thanks to the web camera. Now, when it came to gaming, everyone has played this game. Just to make combinations of brick and score some points, was just too addictive, and you could spend hours playing Tetris and never get bored. Transmitting messages around the world from a handheld device and with privacy at the utmost priority, BlackBerry revolutionized the instant messaging scenario in India. Everyone had a BlackBerry and almost everyone was on the BlackBerry Messenger. The most loved BlackBerry device was the Curve. Who can forget the cacophony that the dial-up internet connection made whenever it was turned on? It was like music to one's ears. You know, when it actually connected. Although it is useful in the rural areas, the dial-up modem is now altogether replaced by the faster, steadier broadband connection. When it came to social networking, it all started in India with networking sites like Hi5 and Orkut. Built on the concept of Hotmail Messenger and Yahoo chat rooms, these social networking websites were the building blocks of the modern Twitter and Facebook that we see today. Every Indian student had to have one of these. Whether it was music, spreadsheets, or documents, the flash drive has served as the optimum gateway to share and transfer personal data onto a personal computer at lightning fast speeds. Now, talking about games, Counter-Strike is one game that brought all players together and asked them to compete. With a LAN-based connection, up to 30 people could play this game at the same time. Created by SanDisk, the microSD format was unveiled in 2005 in capacities ranging from 32 to 128 MB. Today, the dime-sized portable memory card has expanded to 64 and 128 GB and can be found in cell phones, cameras, and other small gadgets with big appetites for data. Another of Nokia's foray into slider form factor, the 7650, claim to fame was its built-in digital camera, Nokia's first in a phone. Though only capable of capturing images at a resolution of 640 by 480, when it was launched in the late 2002, the 7650 pioneered the idea of putting a camera in a mobile phone to the delight of many consumers. Goodbye long wires and cables. Hello, wireless communication technology. Yes, we are, of course, talking about the mighty Bluetooth. Introduced in 2000, Bluetooth technology system replaced cables connecting many types of devices, from mobile phones and headsets to heart monitors and medical equipment. They looked a bit ridiculous, but then they made everyone look like Secret Service agents. Bluetooth headsets were an easy way to take calls, and the best part, your hands were free to multitask. Combi TV was this 14-inch television box that had inbuilt video CD player. And boy, wasn't this the best thing that happened to movie lovers? Wi-Fi is a local area wireless technology that allows electronic devices to exchange data or connect to the internet using radio waves. As we Indians relied on the World Wide Web for information, one name summed it all for us, and that was Google. A search engine genie that could answer all our questions. Google is something that we can't live without today. Android operating system based on Linux kernel, which is developed by Google, was giving free operations and intuitiveness to the users on their smart devices. It is one of the most loved operating systems in India by users, and names like Froyo, Jelly Bean, Eclair have become synonym to this operating system. Unveiled in 2007, the Amazon Kindle transformed digital book delivery from niche to mainstream. Its key innovation was built-in wireless that enabled users to access massive ebook store. iPod, a music player that killed the Walkman. Everyone wanted to grab one for themselves. The idea of thousands of songs in a small box that can be carried in the pocket was just beyond imagination. Hate it or love it, the iPhone is one gadget that will forever remain synonymous with the Indian generation. It was the device that turned Apple haters into believers and created the blueprint for the modern-day smartphone. Nobody thought that there would be a device between a smartphone and your personal computer, but then Apple said, let's make a tablet, hence the birth of the iPad. And ever since, the iPad is one tablet that everyone wants in India. This camera gave a new meaning to wide-angle shots. The GoPro allowed people to record their wildest adventures, and this camera can be attached anywhere and can be taken into any situation. The power of Twitter is huge. It has become a newswire for many in India. Now, with a technology-savvy Prime Minister who believes in the power of Twitter, well, this had to be on the list. When the cable operator no longer had the power to control what you watch, set-top boxes gave you the freedom to choose the channels you like to watch. Hence, the DTH box, one of the most loved gizmo in Indian homes. In India, we have just started with the concept of wearable technology. And don't we love those smartwatches and the activity bands that are making waves these days? Logging our life activities would never be the same with this wearable technology in the offering. And that's about all the time that we have on this edition of Gadgets and Gizmos show. If you have any comments, queries or suggestions, tweet us at HLT Gizmos. You can also email us on htgg@aajtak.com. We'll see you same time, same place next week. But for all the news and updates, keep watching Headlines Today.